It's Entertainment Schmig.
So excited. Award season officially kicks off this Sunday with the Golden Globes with my faves, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. I am in the middle of Amy Poehler's book, Yes, Please. If it weren't for the fact that I've been so tired coming back from Christmas vacation this week, I would have had the book finished.
You know, and we started, really, I think we get credit for starting the whole thing in America.
Yeah.
And on one of their commercials, they're talking about their dresses, and one of them says, "Oh, that sounds gorgeous." I was very excited when I saw that.
We're going to be talking with Brad from the Fashion Police,
We
and I
are.
want to ask him who he thinks is going to be most gorgeant, or who's always most gorgeant on the red carpet, because it could really go either way. But Tina Fey talked to Access Hollywood about the Golden Globes and how they're going to try to be nice, except for one person.
Finally, let me ask you, is there anything off limits at the Globes?
At the Globes?
Yeah.
Well, we know, Amy and I have always said the idea that we don't want anyone attending to be scared to be there because of us. It's a party, and it's in the grand scheme of the world, it couldn't be less important, and I think that's what makes it fun.
Cosby jokes?
Oh, heck yes!
Well, you know, we talked about how 30 Rock made a Cosby joke years ago. And, you know, she was not only starring on the show, but one of the executive producers and one of the writers. And so she made Cosby jokes before Cosby jokes were cool.
You know, we even have a tote board here in the studio with the numbers. Let's see the tote board. All right, there you go. That's it. Well, that's a visual.
I know.
You'll see that online later if you watch this schmig.
The person in the car, though, is like...
Right.
Well, at this particular juncture, I'm not really worried about the person in the car.
I care about you. Speaking of Bill Cosby, he's been doing shows in Canada, and none of them have been canceled, but he made a rape joke in London, Ontario last night. A reporter was live tweeting in the audience, and a woman in the front row got up and asked Bill, and Bill asked her where she was going. She said she was going to get a drink and asked Bill if he wanted one. He said,
Set up.
He said he already had a drink. He
Nobody
had
gets up
bottle
during a
of
Bill
water.
Cosby show and leaves. That's a setup.
And then he said, you have to be careful about drinking around me.
Set up for a punchline.
That does sound like a setup.
He's emboldening himself. Here's what's happening, I think, with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is so far out on the fringe right now. He's realizing if he jokes about it, people will laugh about it because he's Bill Cosby. And when he makes a joke about it, well, gee, maybe it isn't true because why would you kid about something like that?
I know, but there was like nervous laughter. There were gasps in the audience like, oh, no, you didn't. And yes,
really?
He did. I think he gets a negative. If you check the tote board,
let's look again.
A negative point for making jokes about your situation.
Is it over here, or is it? I don't know.
Jennifer Aniston talking about the one, and we're not talking about her fiance Justin Theroux, although in many interviews she's talked about how, you know, he's just absolutely amazing. But it's not Justin, it's not Brad Pitt. There was a guy she dated for about 5 years, and they broke up. He ended up, after they broke up, dying of a brain tumor. And she says, looking back, he was the one. But when they broke up, she was 25 and young and just dumb. She don't know what you got till it's gone, to quote the great Cinderella song from the 80s. But she said...
That wasn't from Frozen?
This is really sweet. She said that she thinks he's still looking out for her. She says that he sent her Justin to make sure that she would be okay. That's sweet.
Yeah.
So, wish her the best of luck this Sunday at the Golden Globes. She's nominated for her role in Cake.
And if you want to see really a great performance, see that movie.
Yeah. Calvin Klein apparently taking some heat for photoshopping hair onto Justin Bieber's half-naked body. You know, he did that photo shoot, and it's like very reminiscent of Mark Wahlberg from the 90s when he did all those Calvin Klein ads. But someone saw a video, like the making of the photo shoot, and then they noticed that the video compared to the actual photos, he has way more hair on his body.
What about his terrible tattoos? Why does nobody talk? It's like messy dirt. That's what it looks like. None of them go together.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Courtney.
Do you know what I mean?
The reason we haven't talked about it is because nobody talks about it. I mean, but you're right when you mention it. He's all inked up crazy though. It's like
And when you put the picture of him next to Mark Wahlberg to like compare and contrast, I think that's one of the reasons why the Mark Wahlberg photo shoot is so great, because there's no like stuff messing it up.
I wouldn't classify it as a great photo shoot.
It was great back in the day.
Kevin, did you buy any underwear because of it? That's all I'm saying.
He wears his past deceased grandfather's
underpants.
Grandfather-in-law. He had them tailored.
I had them tailored to fit. I did.
Like,
all right.
It probably costs more to tailor than it costs to actually go out and buy another pair of underwear.
I'm waiting for the girl from SNL because she is a dead ringer for Justin Bieber when she does Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon.
She's very funny.
She's got to parody it.
I know.
You with the jacket.
Oh, it's so funny.
But Mark Wahlberg's wife, Rhea, spoke out on Twitter about how you just don't mess with, like, the real thing. Mark's photo shoot was the real deal, and she said... She just went on and on. Like, it didn't stop. You're like, oh, my gosh, don't stop, but you should really stop. And Justin Bieber's fans, not happy.
Yeah, the weird thing is that they gave him a butt tuft right on the back.
That is hot.
Isn't that hot? The old Calvin Klein butt tuft.
Taken 3, Selma, and Inherent Vice in theaters in St. Louis this weekend. That's Entertainment Schmig. More at 8:40 and online at Y98.